whenever we study something, there will be some key concepts, and the key concept is very important for understanding the whole subject. We may lose the essence of that subject if we do not understand these key concepts. So many of the time that is happening when we study the subject signals and systems. We do not understand the key concepts and we will be concentrating only on solving the problems without understanding what is actually happening behind, or what is the physical meaning of all these things. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss how can we approximate any arbitrary signal using impulses. So it is like, how can we build a building using bricks, right? So it is equal to asking a question, how can you build a building or a house using bricks? So the concept here is, how can we approximate any signal? For example, I am talking now, my speech signal, right? So it is coming to your ears through the headphone or the speaker. So this is an example of a signal. This is a very complicated speech signal. How can we approximate that signal using impulses? That is the key idea here. Let us go into the video and watch how can we approximate any signal using. So please keep in mind that this is the most important concept of this video series and the entire subject of signals and systems.
In this video, we are going to discuss how can we approximate any arbitrary signal using impulse signals. We know that most of the time we have different doctors, for example, pediatricians for kids, neurologists for brain, dermatologists for skin, an anesthesiologist for giving anesthesia before the operation, psychiatrists for mental things, and infectious disease physicians. So different specializations are there among doctors. Why there are such specializations required? And also, even in engineering field, the basic idea of engineering is to solve real-time problems. One person is enough to solve all these kind of problems, but we have divided into different streams like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering, like that. So why a person cannot do everything? Why we need different specialization? Can you think about that? And also, when we study different subjects in school, we will study biology, maths, computer psychology, fine arts, economics, French. So there are different subjects available, right? And even if you take a book, you can see that there are different chapters. The books are divided into different chapters, and each chapters are divided into different pages, like that. So why there are different chapters in a book? Have you ever think in that dimension? This is because of the concept of divide and conquer. Whenever human beings approach a large problem or complicated problem, we will try to solve that problem by dividing them into small chunks. Here also we can do the same thing for approximating complicated signals using small chunks. In the convolution integral video, I have explained this using bricks. Why we are using bricks to build houses. The same idea we can use here also. Here you can see we have a signal x of n. So the x of n is looking something like this. It is some kind of decaying signal. So this is n is increasing towards the right, and actually we can write this signal as a sum of different impulses. Now consider this particular value of the signal x of n. Okay, so look only at this location, right? This is n is equal to -2. So you can see that it has some particular height, right? And if you think this is like an impulse, but the height is not 1, it is more than that. It has some more height, right? Now we can approximate it like this. So you remove all the sequences from the signal, and if you take only this value, this sample, this can be written as x of -2 into del of n plus 2. So what is the meaning of this equation? The meaning is that actually this is the impulse. Assume that this is the actual impulse del of n, and if you advance the signal 2 units of time, then you will get del of n plus 2. This is del of n plus 2. Now we can see that the height of that advanced impulse is just 1. The value is 1, and actually we want a different height. So this is the height we want. So what we can do, we can multiply this impulse which is shifted towards the left or which is advanced signal with this value. What is this value? it is x of minus 2. What is x of minus 2? The value of the signal at that location. Okay, so this x of minus 2 is the value of the signal at n is equal to minus 2. So if I multiply our advanced impulse with this particular value, x of minus 2 value, maybe let us take it is 2, its amplitude is 2, then you have to write it as 2 into del of n plus 2. This particular sample is actually x of minus 2 into del of n plus 2. Now take another one. Now you concentrate on this particular value of the sequence. Here you can note it down here, right? So here we have a height up to this, right? How can we write it? We can approximate it like this: x of minus 1. What is x of minus 1? The amplitude value corresponding to this sample into del of n plus 1. Why del of n plus 1? Because this is equal to shifting our impulse 1 unit to the left, that is advancing, right? So this is actually del of n plus 1, right? And we have to modify the height of the signal by multiplying it with the value. Now in the next case, we have to approximate what is the value of the sequence located at 0 time index in the case of this x of n. So how can we write? We have to multiply our amplitude, that is x of 0, into del of n. Why del of n? Because it is located at n is equal to 0. So there is no shifting to the left or right. So we have to write it as x of 0 into del of n. Now you take this, concentrate on this particular sample. So this particular sample can be approximated like x of 1 into del of n minus 1. So why del of n minus 1? Actually the height of our del of n is 1, and when we shift to the right, you have to write it as del of n minus 1. This we have already discussed in the case of time shifting operation, right? So when we shift to the right or delaying the signal, we have to write it as del of n minus 1, but still we are not satisfied with the amplitude of the signal. So we have to multiply with the amplitude value, that is x of 1 here. So that's why we are getting it as x of 1 into del of n minus 1, right? So this particular sample can be written like this. So we can continue this procedure and we can represent all these samples in the x of n in terms of impulses, right? The height of impulse is always 1. The height of impulse is always 1. So to get the height of the signal, we have to multiply the impulse with that particular value of that signal, right? So whenever we take n is equal to 2 or 3, you have to multiply it with the value of the signal at that location. Then only you will get the correct approximation. Only by shifting the impulse signal to the left or right, you cannot approximate a signal. You have to multiply that shifted impulse with the particular value of x of n. So this is known as scaling of impulse signal. This is known as scaling of impulse. Now by considering all that samples, we can write x of n is equal to, so this is our original signal, and these are expressing the equation, expressing the signal in terms of shifted impulses, right? So you can see that x of 0, so this particular sample is x of 0 into del of n, because it is located at 0. Now moving to the right, this is x of 1 into del of n minus 1, x of 1 into del of n minus 1, and again moving to the right, this is x of 2, so x of 2 into del of n minus 1, right? And again moving to the left, we have x of minus 1. Okay, So it is written as x of minus 1 into del of n plus 1 because we are moving to the left. We are shifting to the left. And finally, we have x of minus 2, which is x of minus 2 into del of n plus 2. So in this way, you can approximate all the values of a signal, For example, consider these two samples, how to approximate them. X of 3 into del of n minus 3. And how to approximate this one? X of 4 into del of n minus 4. So by adding all these impulses, shifted impulses, we can get the original signal x of n. So this is what is the meaning of approximation of a signal using shifted impulses. So mathematically we can write it like this, right? So instead of writing so many additions, we can write this a common formula of summation. So what is the formula of summation? It is given as x of n is equal to summation m varies from minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So this is the location. M is actually location. M varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. So m can take any values between minus infinity to plus infinity. X of m. So what is x of m? The value, the amplitude value of our given signal at a particular location m. M can be 1, 2, 3. So here m is equal to minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So m can take any values into del of n minus m. Del of n minus m. So this is the formula. For example, if you expand this formula, you can get this relation, right? So we can simply express x of n as a sum of shifted and scaled impulses, right? So you have to keep these words in mind. You can express a signal, any arbitrary signal x of n, whatever signal you take, okay, any arbitrary signal x of n can be expressed as a sum of shifted and scaled impulses, right? So by adding shifted and so we have to add it, adding shifted and scaled impulses. So here addition will happen, here addition will happen, here shifting will happen, so here shifting will happen, and here scaling will happen, right? So this is actually scaling. Means multiplying with the value of x of n. This is shifting, and this is adding, right? So when we do this, you will get the signal x of n. We have approximated a complicated signal x of n in terms of fundamental signals. What are the fundamental signals? Impulses. Not by simply using impulses, shifted and scaled impulses, by adding the shifted and scaled impulses, right?
I hope you got a clear idea about approximating any complicated signal using impulses. How can we approximate this complicated problem of this complicated signal using small impulses, sum of different impulses?